So here we go, number 2. All number 2 was asking for was the remainder. So all I'm going to be putting in is a number here. So I'm going to ask myself, x times what gives me 3x to the 4th? Well, if I already have 1x, that means I'm going to have 3 more x's and a 3. Because I know that 3x to the 3rd times x will give me 3x to the 4th. And if I have 3x to the 3rd times x, I have to multiply this plus 2 here too. So 3x to the 3rd times 2 gives me plus 6x to the 3rd. Now, always set up your minus parenthesis. The common mistake here is students forget to distribute that negative. So after I distribute the negative, this becomes a negative 3x to the 4th, and this becomes a negative 6x to the 3rd. So these are going to cross out. Negative 2x cubed minus 6x cubed gives me a negative 8x cubed. I'm going to bring down my x squared. And I'm going to restart. So x times what will give me negative 8x cubed? Well, I need 2 more x's to get an x cubed, and I need that negative 8. So I'm going to have negative 8x squared. So negative 8x squared times x, that gives me my negative 8x cubed. Well, that's good because they should be exactly the same. Negative 8x squared times 2 gives me negative 16x squared. And I can't forget to have my minus parentheses. But when I distribute that negative, this is going to become positive, and this is going to become positive. So negative 8x cubed crosses out with an adding 8x cubed. You need the signs to be the opposite to cross them out. And I'm going to have 1x squared plus 16x squared. That gives me 17x squared, bringing down my negative 4x. So here, if I have to multiply by this x, I'm missing 1x and a 17. So 17x, because 17 times x will give me my 17x squared, and I have to multiply by that 2 as well. 17x times 2, well, let's see, let me do this out. 17 times 2 gives me 14 to 34. So I'm going to have plus 34x. Set up my minus parenthesis, but after I distribute that negative, I'm going to get a negative 17x squared and a negative 34x. So these cross out. Negative 4x minus 34x is going to give me negative 38x. Bring down that 1. So all I'm missing here, I have 1x and 1x, so I'm missing the negative 38. So that gives me negative 38x. Negative 38 times 2. So 38 times 2 is going to give me a negative 76. Put my minus parenthesis, but I'm going to have to distribute that negative, so this is going to become positive. This is going to become positive. So here this crosses out. I have 1 plus 76, that gives me 77. I have nothing else to bring down, so this is my remainder. I would bring it up here and put the remainder 77 over x plus 2, but the question was only asking for the remainder, so this is all I had to input into Elluminate.